Oh, actually, yeah, I was the podcast that I was on the other day. I was complimented on the theme tune. It's very professional.
We'll have to.
Sounds fantastic.
We'll have to pass that on to Eyes on Legs.
So, yeah.
Big up Daniel Reid. Welcome to Shut Up and Answer the Question, the show. I'm Ethan Lawrence.
And I'm Sean Antony. How you doing?
I'm good. I don't know what happened there. An out-of-body experience again. I was just,
It's funny, we're trying to shorten the introduction so much on a show where we long out everything.
It will eventually be, we won't even say hello. We'll just straight in. Cold open style.
No.
I love the cold opens. They're one of my favourite things about the show. That we rock in, and especially on the Zoom because we're always recording. It's always although there was that one time. We'll have to. We'll talk. Well, maybe I shouldn't say this. There's like a whole ass conversation before the Amy Hoggart pod.
Oh yes, yes.
Like it's about 7 minutes of sign up to the Patreon that we don't have to hear exclusive pod details.
Actually, yeah, we've got so much like guest stuff that's been like cut out and stuff that that we could put onto something like that if there was interest.
Let's set up a Patreon. Oh, I've just had a thought. We didn't do this in the last episode, and we haven't done it on any of the guest episodes. We've got a Discord!
Oh, yes.
Yes. We set up a Discord so that people can join us and talk about the show and everything like that. It's just me and Sean in there at the moment. So we need people to join. There is a link in the pod blurb beneath this podcast that you can click on and join us in there if you want.
Come and say hey, ask questions, talk about whatever, really.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine the Discord is going to be a lot like this show. Disjointed.
Oh, yeah.
No real direction or control.
Yes.
It will flow. It will flow naturally like a river.
And probably eventually we will end up just sort of having a conversation on there.
Yeah, we'll fuck off the podcast. We'll be exclusively Discord-based media.
The Discord-based podcast.
Oh, dear. Speaking of podcasts.
Yes.
Got a fucking question for you.
Awesome.
Yeah, as I always do.
You do.
I come here every time with a question.
Drop me in it each time.
Still with the broken pad from the last step. Might not even be the last step. I don't know what order we're putting things out. I need to start talking in terms of actual time. This question's from Robert Bull.
Okay. Hi, Robert.
He asks, very simple question. It's 3 words. A lot shorter than the one we did before with the Johnson Boys. Question is this. Cars or bikes?
What type? A car? Like what type of bike? A bicycle? A motorbike? An electric bike? And then same with cars. An electric car? A race car?
I mean, that's true. He didn't put bicycle. He did put bike. So I guess we were... define our parameters.
There we go.
Right. So it is of interest that when I arrived here today to do the JTB, which is Just the Boys episodes... there is bikes in the recording studio.
Yes.
By which I mean your front room.
Yes. But yeah, it's recently my daughter's birthday, and that's all she wanted for her birthday was a bike. Wanted a bike and to go and see Lilo and Stitch. She didn't really want much.
No, it was easy.
It's nice and easy.
I was about to say cheap date, and I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, let's scrub that one.
Yeah, no. Why did that?
Nope. But yeah, it's been a while since. I mean, they got their bikes, their first bikes when we moved in here, which was in lockdown. And we were like, oh yeah, let's just give them a go. Let's get them out again. It's been a while, and they'd grown so much that they're like the little monkey bikes.
Oh, it's like 5 years, isn't it? And like 5 years is a long time if you're a small child.
Yeah, well, because you're then no longer small.
Yeah, we're a big child now.
So, but yeah, it is great seeing them out on the bikes, and I mean, I don't know, because there's road bikes. And then there's mountain bikes, and I was always the mountain bike or BMX kid. Like, I liked being like on the uneven ground and doing the jumps and stuff like that. But then on a road bike, that's scary, man. Because like, you are the crumple zone.
Yeah, I have very limited sympathy for road cyclists. But lessons and lessons each time I encounter one.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, they don't half make me cross, Sean. I can't even tell you. So in Malden, there's a big hill, for people who don't know. It's called Market Hill.
Market Hill, yeah.
And when people are cycling up that, and there's clearly loads of traffic behind them. Walk! You walk on the big hill. What are you doing?
I mean, like, you'd have to knock your gears all the way down to be able to get up there efficiently anyway. You might as well take a left at the bottom of Market Hill and then do more cycling.
Yeah,
I mean, it's the same point.
It's crazy, because actually if you go down that way, there's actually like a cycle path that you can go on. You can go on the cycle path.
Inhabited by a psychopath.
And not on like a main arterial road into a town. But it's also a hill.
And it's also now like they're trying to lessen the use of Market Hill as well, aren't they?
Yeah, Chinny reckon.
Yeah, Chinny reckon. God damn, that's... Yeah, Chinny beard.
Yeah, because I reckon that's what loads of people are going to do. They're going to go to themselves, I really want to go into Malden, but what I really want to do first is like waste 5 or 10 minutes. People are not... They don't... Also, for me personally, as someone who lives in the main town, I'm going up the hill. You can't stop me. They might try to stop me eventually.
I mean, in terms of, I think it's more because it's the time that I'm using it, but I do find it more efficient, especially when picking up from school, to park up at the bottom of Market Hill and then walk up.
I mean,
and then, because it gets so busy there.
At busy times, you're best off avoiding, and especially around school time, because there'll be a lot of buses, and the buses really struggle on that mini roundabout at the top.
Oh man, yeah. And the limes as well. Okay, we're getting really sort of...
This is all about
the Malden thing.
Welcome to Malden Pod.
But there is a small hotel at the very top of this hill that is on the road. Like the front door is pretty much less than a metre away from the moving cars. And there is a car park to the left of it that has a camera mounted into the wall of this hotel so that people can see oncoming cars, because it is that much of it blocks
it's a
that much.
It's a proper blind corner, isn't it? Right at the top of a very steep hill. It's really well designed.
You could tell that it was designed in the early times.
Yeah, it was fine when it was Saxons. That worked.
Yep.
You know, tired horses as well, and probably another fucking cyclist, I should imagine.
But there's going to be many villages, towns and stuff like that in the UK that have similar eccentricities, I suppose. Because
of the age of them.
Due to the age of them, and being able to navigate them on a bike is probably going to be a little bit easier. As the car, and then mixing the bikes and cars together is what's going to be causing more traffic, really.
People give Milton Keynes a lot of shit, right? But it's actually all right.
It's all right, but
relatively easy to navigate.
I don't know. It's
because there's none of the eccentricities.
Yep.
There's none of the fucking bollocks that you get in some large towns that from forever ago. But where the roads. Do you remember this? I mean, this episode probably hasn't gone out yet, but we did a road trip.
Yes.
For an episode. And it took us 2 attempts to get out of a small village.
Oh, yes.
because the roads did not make sense.
Yeah.
Very small village.
Yes.
And we managed to go through it twice.
It was because there was a split road, I think. And it was like the GPS, the Google, or the whatever we were using, the arrow looked like it was going down one road when it was actually indicating for the other, and I think that's where I missed it.
I prefer to think of it as like we were in Hotel California.
Yeah, yes.
That was the Hotel California app.
You can check out anytime you like.
You can never leave.
Oh God! Of course,
bad. Really bad.
But I mean, I understand the whole point. I mean, I used to work at the I think it was called Frozone at the time, or like the indoor snowboarding or ski and snowboarding place in Milton Keynes, and it's very easy to get around, to navigate around, but it just. The whole of Milton Keynes, it just looks like it was made by a 12-year-old in The Sims. It's like that brutalist kind of just box, another box, oh, a couple windows. But it just, I don't know, it's just, it doesn't feel inspired.
Well, it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to function as a town. It's a city now, isn't it? It's a city now. It's been upgraded to a city.
Wouldn't that be a functional town/city whose sole purpose is just for going into and out of London?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, but then that just sounds very sort of...
Like, I mean, I'm
dystopian.
I'm talking as someone who lives in Malden, like you know, as if I don't like. I'm so totally parochial, and like I just love my country life. I could never survive in Milton Keynes.
No, I think that's like as someone who grew up close to London, and then was in Basildon, Billericay area, that kind of thing. I was so used to it, and then I was dragged kicking and screaming to Malden. As a place to rent, and I don't think I could go back now, just because there is so much to do and nature, and you don't
I've never lived in a large town or a city. I've never lived in a large town or a city. Even when I was at university, I was in Egham in Surrey, which is just a small town. Egham.
That's a fun name.
It is a fun name to say, Egham.
Egham
tied with its connotation of Englefield Green. Good place. Had some
memories.
Had some crazy times. There was a hole in the back gate of the university. You used to be able to lift it up, and that way you could get into the housing area at the back of Egham. It was much easier, especially if you lived there, because otherwise you had to walk all the way around the front, but you didn't if you knew where the hole was.
I was wondering where you were going with that. We had crazy times in Egham. There was a hole.
They tried to fix the hole, but we broke it again. We said, no, we were not. They used to shut, the back gate used to electronically lock, right? At like 11. Which for me, like, I get it, like, because it backed straight onto like a housing estate. So I understand. I get it. I understand. But also, right, if you live in Egham, you must surely be aware it is a campus town.
Yeah.
Like, if it's like, right, okay, on my soapbox again, here we go. I'm going to get rant time, right? In London, when people who get like a flat in Zone 1 complain about the noise, I'm like, fuck off. Like, move.
It's really, like, well, around here, like, there's one place around here, they've got two schools on, like, nearly the exact same road. And then people moan about the parking and stuff at pick-up and drop-off time. You're like, these schools have been here longer than these houses.
For sure. But, like, I mean, for me, it's a particular gripe when you've chosen. Because let's be honest, it's not easy to move to these places. You have to be quite rich.
Yeah.
You have to be, like... So you've got yourself a flat in Zone 1, and you're moaning about why did you move there? Why do you need something there? If you wanted to be in a city, be in a city. Like...
The quality of the houses there as well, like, you should have, like, sound dampening to that point. And
I think you can dampen the sound all you like, but it's not going to make any difference.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, it never sort of dawned on me, like, somewhere like Soho, there is going to be places people live.
Yeah, like, people do live there.
Shit, yeah, it just all seemed to me like it was all sort of shop fronts or businesses and stuff like that. And then yeah, obviously people are going to disperse at the end of the workday, at the end of the week, that kind of thing. But there are going to be people that live there. I never thought of it like that. Like, well, it just all seems like it's so built up and it's so sort of industrialized, maybe.
But that's my argument. I'm like, you chose to move to Soho. Like, you must have known that it was going to be noisy. Like, and then inevitably they're the sort of people who are more than happy to spend hours in council meetings.
Yeah,
being like, none of this. We won't have a festival here. No, I don't like fun. That's why I moved to the city. I moved to the city so I could have less fun. You wankers. You're just as bad as cyclists.
But I like, with that as well, you could take that money that you spent on the house in the middle of Zone 1, in the middle of London, and you could go into the arse end of nowhere and get the biggest fucking house.
You could buy a mansion in Grimsby.
And like, you wouldn't have to talk to anyone.
No, your gated community again.
Oh gosh.
Really amused me. I genuinely can't remember the last time I rode a bike. No, I can't. That's a lie. So, I've lied to you on the pod. The last time I rode a bike, I wasn't actually pedaling. I was on the front of a bike.
Okay.
For a film. I was on the... No, was I on the front? No, AJ was on the front. No, I was on the back. It was 3 people on one push bike, right?
Jesus.
Well, that was the
Was it the whole stunt pegs sort of ride?
No. Oh. We didn't have money for stunt pegs. No, we all went up. We did fall off it at one point. It was very funny. But, like, because we had to get sort of, like, an action shot of, like, because this was how to talk to girls at parties. So, like, we were punks and that. And it was during, like, a Jubilee celebration. And so we're like, fuck the Queen, where? And then they all start chasing us down the road. So we all hop on the one bike and take off.
Okay.
And so we had to get that. We couldn't use the stuntmen for that because it had to be one track and
No,
shot.
like when I said stump, like pegs, like on the BMX, you used to have those to like, you could grind on things. But people used to stand on them.
This is a 1970s push bike.
Oh!
So it is heavy.
I was going to say, wrought iron.
It is made of solid corrugated iron. Now, so we all hop on and like we got it, but like, you know, we're getting an alt, and then one time we all fell off. It was a very concerned medic.
Oh, mate.
Happy halcyon days of guerrilla filmmaking. Where there was none of this health and safety legislation they have now. We'd never be allowed to do that now. This was only 10 years ago.
That was, yeah. I mean, yeah, I think, well, when was the last time I was on a bike? Probably about 2 years ago, when we went out together. And then I realised the bike that I had had a complete puncture. But then since then, I've been back on my skateboard. So it's just sort of, I find it easier because I could just literally throw that thing on the floor.
Yeah, but well, yeah, I mean, that's
the whole purpose.
That's how it works.
Yeah. Plus, yeah, again, well, another concussion story.
Here we go. It's been a while.
Was when we were on the bike when I was younger. It was like, well, you'd go out to the field and then you'd piss about until like you were told to come home, or when it starts getting dark, you come home. And yeah, that was one of the things. Like, we were going around, and it was the game was the two in the centre had sticks, and then the one was going around the outside in a circle on the bike, and the whole idea of the game was trying to throw the sticks into the spokes.
Right, yeah, in order to cause a catastrophic brain injury.
And yeah, that's what happened to me. I was going around, and then he was just perfectly like hit. Just went straight into the spokes and then sent me flying over the top of the handlebars.
Oh dear. You do bring it on yourself sometimes. I do feel like some concussions weren't your fault, but a lot of them were.
Thing is, like, a lot of the time it was, I think I can put it down to like just being so into Jackass and Nitro Circus and stuff like that when I was younger. But that was well before that as well. I've just always been...
You predated all of that.
Yeah.
You were Johnny Knoxville before he was Johnny Knoxville.
I've always been an Aegis is what I have been.
Hi, I'm Sean Antony, and this is Throw Spokes in My Bike challenge. Go!
But yeah.
I mean, that wouldn't even count my one, I suppose, as even riding a bike, would it? 'Cause I didn't actually do any of the pedaling. I just sat on the back like a big lump.
But like coming back to the normal bike or cars thing, I think there are areas where I think it would be more beneficial to have a closed off area for bikes.
Oh yeah,
like when I've been to Amsterdam a few times.
Oh, someone's spendy.
But the fact that like that is pretty much is just for bikes in a large area, it does free up space and it does feel a lot less trafficky and more pedestrian welcome.
I would argue in mitigation that it is more difficult to have traffic in a city that is full of canals.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very similar situation to Venice. Like, not many roads, because a lot of it is water.
Yeah, and that's what, so it's like, well, that would then change the question to bikes or boats.
Gondola. Bikes or gondola.
But again, we're going with push bikes. What if it was motorbike or motorcycle?
Well, yeah, we get to that. Just before we do, I want to talk about the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Oh, yeah, go on then.
And I want to talk about specifically how we actually might even have spoken about this before. I don't even know, but I just love talking about it. I love talking about this film, and I love talking about the fact that none of the script writers have clearly ever been to Venice.
Yes,
because they go to Venice and there is a car chase before they go to the graveyard.
Yep.
No graveyards in Venice. It's all above ground crypts. You know why? Because it's built on a fucking swamp.
But
that whole city is sinking.
What is good about that film there is that they all use the miniatures on super high frame rate, and that was very impressive to see. It could have been literally anywhere else.
You really didn't need... The only reason I think it was in Venice, genuinely... Or actually, maybe there's two reasons. No, one reason, because they didn't even go to one of these. I was thinking of Van Helsing. It's a completely different thing. We spoke about Van Helsing before.
We did.
In episode 1.
Oh, yes.
Listen to all of the episodes. No.
There's a very solid calibre of film.
Everything from basically 2000 to 2005 that was vaguely supernatural in nature. No, because they don't even go to a Venetian ball in the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. They don't go to a Venetian ball.
No.
So the only reason it needs to be in Venice is because of the underwater mines that Moriarty set up.
Yeah, because there's not even the Nautilus.
Oh, the Nautilus goes down the canal. Don't forget about that. There's a bit where they put a 6-story submarine in a canal. Great film.
The comics are good, though.
Great film. It's the reason why Sean Connery retired. That's how good it was. He was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I've had enough.
Go fuck yourself.
That shit, I'm done. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Just dabs and leaves.
Dabs and walks away. Connery was dabbing before anyone knew about that. He was way ahead of his time. They said that when he went to audition for James Bond, Sean Connery... I will get to the cars and bikes thing, I promise.
No. This is the whole purpose of this.
When he went to audition for James Bond, he did the read, and apparently, well, it's probably apocryphal at this point, but the casting directors watched him walk away and out, and they said that he walked like a panther, and that's why they cast him. And I think it was Rob Brydon who pointed this out, that would be on all fours.
Of course.
It's a weird thing to want for Bond.
Yeah.
It's like a big cat.
Now I can't unsee that image of Sean Connery just walking out of an audition.
And the casting director's being like,
why did you do that? 60% of the time, it works every time.
They're just watching him like, that's our guy.
That's James Bond.
That's it. That's Bond. That's 007. Faux show.
It wasn't actually meant to be James Bond to begin with. It was actually like a werewolf horror. We've got something else for you, actually.
Have you heard of Van Helsing? Let me tell you something, Sean Connery. In 50 years, you're going to be very familiar with Mina Harker. He's like, I don't know who that is. I've never read a book. Sean Connery probably did read books. That's unfair. He's dead. He can't speak for himself.
Did he?
Yeah. He died ages ago. Like a few years ago now.
Oh, I think I remember that. But that was just... I totally forgot. And that really just brought back all of the sadness.
Oh, I'm so sorry. In my defence, I thought it was common knowledge.
No. it probably was, but it was just it was the actor that I was named after. So I was like,
oh no way!
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So it's an Irish name, but my dad's also a big film buff, so it was sort of like both of them were like, yeah,
Connery.
cool name.
You were Connery. Oh wow!
Yeah.
I didn't know. I genuinely didn't know that. That is so interesting. Oh, I wonder what era of Connery they were sort of thinking of when they named you.
I think it was a James Bond.
Was it Sexy Bond? They were like, this kid's going to be an international spy and maybe rapist.
But instead, I'm a non-rapist potato man.
Yeah, you're not a spy. I know that for sure. Unless this is like the most elaborate ruse that anyone unless you're the best spy ever, you're not a spy.
And I can literally just decide what comes out of my mouth and not. But I just I let off the premise that there is no filter.
I am. No. As I say, you're either the best spy in the world or not a spy.
Exactly.
Because there's no way. There's no way you could maintain this facade. For this, also, to what end? I don't need to be spied on. I'm not an international man of mystery.
Oh, imagine that. That was... I mean, that's... No, that's a whole nother thought process that is for another time.
Do it!
I was just like... That... I can't remember what the name of it is, but it was a system... It's a system that was built up in communism of, like, you couldn't trust anyone because everyone was a spy, but at the same time, everyone was also the subject.
Oh, and right. It's like it's not this, but the idea of a sort of like a panopticon of, like, making sure everyone's being looked at all the time.
Yes, yeah, kind of thing. It was based on the idea of a prison that could essentially be, it could be completely full, but there was no guards because every prisoner thought that they were being viewed, but they couldn't be sure if they were or weren't.
Hey, Sean. You know what that's called?
The panopticon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nailed it. But no, it's good that you described it because people might not know. It's built like a circle, isn't it? With like a central tower.
Yeah.
Where the guards are.
And then one-way glass.
Yeah.
So you weren't sure whether the office was inhabited or not.
I think that was Bentham who came up with that, like the father of utilitarianism, because it's just making everything more simple and more streamlined.
Yeah.
You know, his corpse is like mummified.
Many people's?
No, Jeremy Bentham, his name was. He called them auto icons. And his whole thing was like, because he was a utilitarian, he didn't want to like waste stuff, and he was like, instead of putting dead bodies in the ground, why don't we just mummify them, and then we can like wheel them out for like special occasions.
Fucking whoa!
I believe, we can't check, but I believe he's like, his like mummified body, perfectly preserved, is like at like UCL, like University College London. It's
mummification, the whole process is just so bonkers, and down to the point like there was a point in time where there were so many mummies that it was used as medicine.
Yeah,
and it was ground up and used in paint.
That sounds very much like what a British imperialist would do to a mummy. Yeah,
fucking.
They're like, we've found this incredibly ancient corpse. What should we do? Tell you what, let's grind it up and snort it. See what happens. I'm sure it'll be fine.
And then people look like, and then the English are like, no, we need to bring back the Great British Empire. Fucking everybody else is like, no.
If we brought back the Great British Empire, there'd be nothing left.
That's the thing that made me laugh. Is like Britain needs its own Independence Day. It's like, where do you think these countries got independent from, fuckwit?
You're not allowed to have an Independence Day if you've caused Independence Days, right? Like, America has one, India has one, like, all of these places have Independence Days from us. We don't get to have one. We get to have Dependence Days. Where we reminisce about when we had Empire.
Yes.
Oh, those were the glory days, wasn't it? What? We're going around in our safari suits. Nicking shit.
And then we had our Independence Day with Brexit.
Yeah.
How was that going, buddy boy?
It's going well. Going well. Love it. Love what's happening.
Anyway, back to cars and bikes.
Well,
more machine bikes.
Speaking of Brexit.
Oh no.
Cars are more expensive now.
Everything's more expensive.
Yeah, but I am a car man. That's for sure. When it comes to this question, I'm definitively on the side of cars.
It is an experience. I mean, I've done my CBT, And I would
Cock
like
and ball torture.
compulsory basic training. But it's not Saturday.
Cognitive behavioural therapy.
I've done many of them. They don't fucking work. I need
There
another
are
one.
too many things that can be acronymed to CBT.
Oh yes, yeah.
And the problem is that one of them is cock and ball torture. And there's a non-zero chance that that's what you're talking about.
But
I'm not here to speculate about your sex life. Like, I'm not here to yuck anyone's yums. Like, you know, if you're into to sadomasochistic play, you carry on, son. Or more power to you. Yeah. Carry on.
Carry on.
You've had your basic training.
That nearly threw me entirely. But yeah, it's being on a bike was so much of a different experience than I was expecting.
Motorbikes now, yeah.
Motorbike to a car. Because the first time that I was ever on a bike, my friend got a new bike, and it's not a street bike, like a racing bike or anything like that. It's just like the old, like, kind of like the really loud ones, the American kind of, like,
Get your motor running.
Yeah, those are the type that I like anyway as well. But he had me on the back of the bike just to give me a ride because he literally got it that day, and he was like, how fast do you think we were going? And I was like, I don't know, like 70. And he was like, no, 30.
Like go-karts, innit?
You feel so much faster, but you can feel every, like, because when you're in a car, the wheel is on. It's like the wheel is going to be taking some of the G-force with you, so you can feel the movement, but obviously nowhere near as much as when you're on a bike.
I mean, in a lot of modern cars, like, they really try to sort of isolate you from the road. Like, it's almost like you're not on a road.
Yeah,
in many ways. Like, I mean, I hate to brag, but in my in my work as an actor, sometimes I get to sit in nice cars.
It was Addison Lee.
Sometimes it's Addison Lee. Sometimes it's a unit driver. The unit drivers tend to have the nicest cars.
Dang.
Because normally they've got whole company set up. So like, and like they say, because usually they'll be working on like films with like bigger names.
Yeah.
And you're not putting Nicole Kidman and Addie Lee. You're just not doing it.
You're losing her straight away.
Yeah, no, that's not happening. So like, these companies, they're great stuff. There's a guy I know, Eddie, shout out Eddie, who's like, he runs like a fleet of these cars, and they're like, you know, proper sort of like top of the line Mercedes people carriers.
Nice.
Top of the line, like BMW, like 4x4s and everything like that. Like really
high
nice
quality
cars. And so like, when you're sat in one of those, I mean, there was one, I think it was a really fancy brand of car. Like, there was only like, everyone wanted to get in this one, and no one ever did because it was reserved for Kidman.
Of course.
But like, I did sit in it once because I think we were being travelled to and from set, and I think it was the only one that was available. And honestly, it was like sitting on a cloud.
Bloody hell!
Like, you just sort of sat in there, and like, you can see clearly that the world is moving past you, but you're sort of like,
you don't even feel like the acceleration.
No, it's so soft and gentle.
Bloody hell!
You just feel like you're just being cocooned. It's lovely.
I think that probably that would make the way for my answer, because the utilitarianism of a car, you can load it up, you can take multiple people, you could go anywhere, you can live in your car. I know you can live like with your bike.
It doesn't provide any shelter.
But you can you can go.
You have to sit under the bike, put the bike on top of you. This is comfortable.
Like that, there are people like they will go cross country or go like throughout Europe, and they've got like a tent on their back and stuff like that. But like I just feel like it makes it a little bit more comfy to be able to do that with a car, like with a camper van. I mean, that's my kind of idea of like my dream car is like the old VW campers and stuff like that.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
It's
crusty always the old hippie.
Yeah, I know, fucking hell.
What are you going to do? Follow the Grateful Dead on tour? I asked
that I'm gratefully dead.
I asked that as a joke, but I suspect the answer is yes.
Yes, probably. That would be great.
Sean loves the dead. What was I going to say? You were talking about utilitarianism there, though, which obviously is doing the greatest good for the greatest number. Some would argue that putting more cars on the road is not the greatest good for the greatest number.
Yeah, but it's less vehicles per person.
Yes, but even putting vehicles on the road is putting us in a situation when we are eroding our Earth, Sean.
We are eroding
our
Earth.
So is that utilitarianism?
But is the same with the bike then?
Not a push bike.
Not a push bike.
We're not getting anywhere fast on a push bike, but, you know.
Yeah.
It's better for the planet.
Yes.
Yeah. There you go. There's your SOP cyclists. There you go. There's your thing. You're saving the world. Great. Good for you.
Okay, here's a question then.
Okay.
Pedalo. Is it closer to a bike or a boat?
That's a question all on its own. Oh, how long have we got? We ain't got time for this. It's a pedalo. Okay. I would argue boat. And I'll tell you for why. Even though the pedal system is similar to a bike, when it comes, pedals are everywhere. Cars have pedals, they're just not rotary pedals.
Mm.
And so I would, in fact, weirdly enough, I've just thought about this, Sean, I've just thought about this. One of the few vehicles not to have pedals is a fucking motorbike. Now that you think about it.
Yes, it does. It's got a clutch pedal.
Oh, that's the wind taken out of myself. I thought that was sort of kind of a fun thing, but that's fine, you know. Very blowfish of you there, just refusing to play in the space, like just, you know, an opportunity to sort of...
Going back to Amsterdam and Venice, though, you could just have Pedalos.
It's not quite as romantic. Oh, sole mio.
Just got that one. Get the fuck off the boat. It's hard enough as it is.
He's not doing anything because he doesn't need to punt. He's just there. He's just there singing.
Oh, that was...
That'll be a 50 euro.
Well, is it... Yeah, is it a punt? It's in Cambridge, aren't they? They're definitely... Because that's a similar thing, isn't it?
What are you referring to?
Like in Cambridge, you can do punting.
Yeah.
And that is the same kind of thing as in Venice, isn't
it's,
it? Like
yeah.
You are literally just pushing off the bottom of the...
Gondolas are punts.
Yeah.
Because the punting is the word for... Because it's a long stick that goes all the way down to the bottom, right?
Yeah. Because you're not actually rowing. You're literally just pushing yourself along.
You're using the ground to sort of... the bed to sort of drag yourself.
Mm.
As opposed to, as you say, rowing, which would be very... Again, rowboats and... Oh, sole mio!
Well, just because of the amount of effort you put in. Oh, sole mio!
Just one cornetto.
That's amazing how long that thing has still lasted.
Like, just one cornetto.
Just one. Yeah. I mean, that has got to be what, 80s?
Maybe early 90s.
Yeah.
When was Pavarotti big?
Doesn't matter. 80s, 90s.
I tell you what, not to shout out a former guest and friend of the pod, but shouting out a former guest and friend of the pod, Finley McKillop, also known as Kinley McPhillip.
Yes. As of today, his episode is
his episode came out today. Go on his TikTok right fucking now and listen to him singing Nessun Dorma.
Oh, yeah.
Because you remember he mentioned on the pod that he was going to go to the Royal Welsh to study opera. Holy shit, Sean. It's so good.
I was watching one of it. What one was it? It was, I think it was Creep. I watched him doing, like, he was singing Creep. But the power, man.
Yeah,
holy crap. Like, he's one of those people you could probably put in the O2 and hear him right up at the back without a microphone.
Got so many talented guests.
Why the fuck are they on here?
Because I leveraged my meager amount of fame. That's why I hoard myself.
I am forever grateful to be able to talk to these people.
Oh, awesome. God, the whoring that I do. I sent him a message yesterday at time of recording to say that it was going to be coming out today. Actually, I should post about it. I've got the asset. We'll do that after this. Oh God, if you see the asset like now. And then you hear this in about 4 weeks. And then it all syncs up and everything's crazy. Anyway. So cars or bikes is the question. And I'm cars all the way. What about yourself?
I mean, again, I've always had a car. I mean, I like bikes and I do love having a bike as a means of sort of like an enjoyable activity. Like as a hobby, I wouldn't sort of have it as a a primary source of transportation.
I don't think you can live in where we are.
No.
Like, we need to get places.
Yeah, well, they get, like, as soon as, like, okay, my brother-in-law, also one of my best friends, I've known him since I was about 15, and he started, like, everyone else had their cars, and he had his motorcycle. Because, again, we were working in Basildon, at the time, and he lived in Southminster, which is about 10 minutes from here. And so, one, you can get your bike license earlier here in the UK. But two, it's just, you're not having to, like, it's a smaller machine that you can go back and forth on. And so he'd always, for years, he was just the bike. And whenever we went out anywhere, it was handy for him because he was never the designated driver. But then he has said, like, since, the bike is the more fun option, whereas the car is something that you will use more, if that makes sense.
See, he sounds like someone who doesn't like driving. I like driving.
So I do like driving as well, and I can, like, easily do, like, drive up to Hull.
Well, I was going to say,
he does the same now.
You often back and forth to Hull, don't you? It's just, that's where the folks are.
That's where the famalamading
Famalamalamalam. Yes. I remember Blowfish having a go at you about that.
What did you do to end up in Hull?
Yeah, he had a right pop at you, actually. He had a right pop at both of us, actually. He really took us to task and then taught us a load of stuff about fish.
Yeah, and we accepted it happily.
We took the abuse and then we took the lecture. We're good presenters of the show.
Yes, we'll get some more lecturers from other areas.
Well, I've been trying. They're difficult to get hold of.
But, oh man. But, I mean, I'm still enjoying the Just the Boys episode, although they are a bit more chaotic.
I love well, yeah, because, I mean, now that we've seen the difference between a JTB and a G, like, they are distinctly, I think, because there is a part of us, I think, even though we like to consider ourselves footloose and fancy free, we are aware that we do sort of need to behave a little bit when there's a guest.
It's sort of, it feels like when you go to, like, your friend's house for the first time. Like, you could be that little bit of yourself, but you're still on your best behaviour.
Yeah, because, like, his mum's home, and, like, you don't really know her.
Yeah.
And she does things a little bit different as well. Like, dinner's at a different time.
Yep.
Like, you have to say grace. That's not a thing you do at home.
You have to ask for a drink.
Yeah, you have to ask for a drink.
Nice.
Seconds, not necessarily.
No. And there isn't the promise of pudding. There might not be.
There might not be. There may well be no jelly.
But there is a massive garden with a play area outside. So it's like
your friend's got a space hopper. That's huge. Massive times.
Hell yeah.
Sometimes when we do this pod, even when we have guests, it does sometimes slip into, do you remember the past?
Bloody hell.
We're not even that old, but
at least we're not trying to be nostalgic about things that were existing but way before we were young.
Yeah. Well, I mean, actually, a space hopper has been around for quite a while.
Oh, fuck off, I'm old.
No, they've been around for space hoppers have been around since like the 70s.
They're still popular though, aren't they?
Are they?
They were popular when I was younger.
Yeah, but are they now?
Then they deserve like a bring back.
I think in today's modern world, without using an online retailer whose name I will not mention until they sponsor the pod, I think it would be hard in a brick and mortar stall or shop to get hold of a space hopper these days.
I think I know exactly where to find one.
Okay, right.
From here, probably somewhere like Pound Stretcher or something like that, but also some like Smith's.
Smith's, yeah, you could go to Smith's, yeah.
And WH Smith's, soon to be called something else.
It's just like
TJ Hooker or something.
No, it's TJ Jones, I think.
Holy shit, it's actually a TJ.
It might be TJ. What I remember about it is that they've gone from like Smith to Jones, like, generic nicknames.
Smith and Jones.
Yeah, right.
Oh man,
but it's like the two most generic names possible.
Oh
like
man.
they really had an opportunity to like do something fun. But,
yeah.
Like your actual surname, which I won't say on the pod, but like
Farmelo.
Okay,
if you're wondering.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. It's a weird one.
Yeah, a surname that I have never encountered before or since meeting you. So it could have been TJ Farmelo.
Yeah,
I'd shop there.
The story about my name is just stupid as well, because it just means the farm down at the bottom of the hill. Like the farm on the low.
Oi, that farm is low.
Exactly.
The farm of the lowland.
But it's a weird one. But it's mine. But yeah, what I was saying...
It's a weird one, but it's mine. Who are you?
I don't know.
Where'd you come from?
But yeah, I was just because W.H. Smith, they're actually bringing back Toys R Us again, aren't they? Like the Toys R Us are back in...
I mean, considering that they're having to change their name because they went into administration, the fact that they've...
Is it Toys R Us? It's just the Poison Chalice?
I mean, they were one of the first to go. They were one of the first to go.
That was such a big part of my childhood, though.
Yeah, but I sort of feel the same way about Toys R Us that I do about Woolworths, which is that people would do absolutely anything to save Woolworths except shop there.
Yeah. It's the whole thing with Blockbuster again, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, do you remember the past?
I remember.
Right, we're dropping.
I remember, baby.
We're dropping into nostalgia, which I think means it's about time we drew a line under this ep.
Yes. So I think we are agreed on this one. Car.
And if you're a cyclist, grow up.
Don't sue us.
Don't sue us, but also grow up. We have a Discord.
Yes.
Now, I'm plugging this again because I feel like we should, especially because we did a JTB just before this and we didn't plug it. So plugging it now. We've got a Discord. If you go into the pod bump underneath the episode in the metadata, as it's known, metadata, you can find a link to it there. Come join the part. It's just two of us. Just come join the party.
Yeah, actually, come join the party. Like, there is just two of us at the moment, so, you know, as they say on LBC, if you phone, you will get through.
I don't think either of us have said anything in it, so it's a brand new tableau for you to paint with all the colours of the wind. Do you remember?
Thank you for listening to Shut Up and Answer the Question. I am Sean Antony, at Sean Antony VO everywhere, and my co-host is Ethan Lawrence, Ethan D. Lawrence everywhere. If you want to follow the pod, on Instagram we are on Shut Up and Answer Pod, and on TikTok we are Shut Up Pod. If you've got a question that you'd like us to answer, send it to shutuppod@yahoo.com. That is SHUTUPPOD@yahoo.com. The music was by Eyes on Legs, and the artwork was by Kitsune Kei. Thank you very much, Podbean, for hosting our podcast, and we will see you next time.
Shut up and answer the question.
I love what our different instincts are, because I was about to go remember Pocahontas, and you made a fart.
Yeah. I was going to go with Pocahontas as well, but it's just...
Fart's funnier. No, good instincts, mate. Good instincts.
It was a quick laugh.